Hello and welcome back. Well, you know, we get into the winter months up here in the Northeast, and as the winter began, we actually had quite a hard time finding quads and equipment for the indoor winter micro series. So here within the past 2 or 3 weeks, they all started to come out. There's all kinds of them, and I was able to get my hands on yet another micro build. This one came from Buddy RC. It is the Falcon 90, and it's made by a company called Gofly. You can find them at gofly-rc.com. Now, a lot of these builds, everybody's coming out with their own little version, and this one is no different than any other. It is unique to all the other quads. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. All right, we have our instructions here. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Just like every other micro, we have prop guards. Now the cool thing that I like about this, I looked around quite a bit on the website, this comes in several different colors, red, purple, blue, and orange. That makes it really cool because with this backbone here, you see the red inserts, and then also the motor guards here are red as well. That'll make it really easy to see in the air while they're racing around on the track. All right, let's go ahead and pull this thing out. There's not a whole lot in the package here, just your motor guards, your instruction, the quad itself. Let's see if we can get it off here. Awesome, there's no zip ties. You just pop off the Velcro. Slap this out of the box. And let's take a look here. Now once again, like I said, you have your red here, your red motor guards, and your red prop guards. Now probably I would say with the winter months indoor warehouses, one of the most important parts that I find is the camera. The lighting and stuff isn't the greatest. You're flying kind of in a lower light environment. So putting a Runcam Nano in here, let's pop this off here. It looks like a Runcam Nano with a 2.1 millimeter lens. All right, the motors here, it does not have a brand name on it. Sort of looks like a Sunny Sky, but it does say 1104 7500 kb, which is pretty standard with a micro quad of this size. Running 2-inch props. These are GemFam 2040 props. All right, with an XT30 connector. Now, let's go ahead and pop this top cover off so we can see a little better of what's inside. All right, so here on top we see our VTX. And then there's a button here on the side. This is a 25 and 100 milliwatt VTX running 40 channels. Now here on the back I see that there's a flight controller here. This is an F3 with OSD, but the cool part about this, it also has a beeper and 2 programmable LEDs here on the side. What I think is really cool about that is when you put these color options together and you put this top on there, it should illuminate that top, so when you're flying through the air you should see a red quad just screaming through the air. So if you have 4 or 5 of these on the track, you should distinctly be able to tell the difference between them and any other quad. Also, other racers around the track should be able to see this as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, below that is our ESC. I'm told that this is an ESC made by Speedix. It is a 20 amp ESC with 25 amp burst. This thing operates on either a 2S or a 3S battery. And one thing that they're very proud of is when you get a frame like this, one of the downfalls I found with a lot of the other micro quads is this little housing here is usually pretty flimsy and weak. So when you crash, you usually break it. The electronics are pretty vulnerable inside. They were able to put a pretty beefy structure around this housing, and then they were still able to keep the weight way down. So let's pop a scale over here. Now, to be in the ballpark, we should be pretty close to 75, 76, 77 grams. So let's pop this open here. put this on the scale along with our red piece there. And look at that, we are right at 75, 76 grams, which is awesome. To have the extra added protection around the outside or around the housing of the structure of the flight control stack and still come in at around 75 grams, that is actually pretty cool. All right, one addition to this that I noticed that is a plus for me is in here there actually is a DSMX compatible receiver. So for me, being a Spectrum guy, I just put it into bind mode, bind it up to my radio. Haven't checked the PIDs out, but then I'm ready to fly. So on to that part, the last thing in the instructions, or in the box here, is the instruction manual. In the instruction manual, it gives you some specifications, some package contents, optional equipment that you need, and then from there it goes right into setting up the Falcon as far as binding the receiver to your radio, DSMX receiver to your radio, downloading the Betaflight to your PC. Let's go to the back here, and then it goes into setting up the radio. This is some information you usually don't see in the instruction manuals, and then give you a little more information on your VTX, your flight controller, your pinout information. Geez, usually you have to get online and search for a lot of this stuff. This is pretty good information. Very nicely done. Well, there you have it. That is the Gofly RC's Falcon 90. You can find this at buddyrc.com. That's where I got it from. And like I said earlier in the video, red, purple, blue, and orange. Some of your favorite colors. Thank you all for watching. Good luck flying. We hope to see you at the field.
No, you didn't.